Imagine a place so flat, so perfect, that if we laid down a 100-kilometer ruler, we would barely find a deviation of just a few centimeters. We're not talking about a desert, nor an endless plain. The flattest place on Earth is in Bolivia, and it's called the Uyuni Salt Flat. At first glance, it may look like a surreal landscape, a bright white ocean stretching as far as the eye can see. But in reality, it is a gigantic natural mirror that challenges our perception of the world. The Uyuni Salt Flat is so flat that satellites use it as a reference to calibrate their measurement systems. Yes, even NASA relies on this hidden corner of the Altiplano. But how is it possible for such a place to exist? To understand it, we must go back thousands of years when a massive prehistoric lake evaporated, leaving behind an immense crust of salt. Millions upon millions of tons that today cover more than 10,000 square kilometers. Imagine a city like New York, multiplied by more than 100, and all covered in salt. The curious part is that while many think of deserts as the flattest places on Earth, the truth is that dunes with their constant movement break that uniformity. In contrast, the Uyuni Salt Flat, with its solid and unchanging surface, is practically a perfect natural board. And here comes the magic. During the rainy season, a thin layer of water transforms the salt flat into the largest natural mirror in the world. The sky reflects so perfectly that one can feel like walking among the clouds. Can you imagine taking a picture there? It would be like floating between reality and fantasy. But the Uyuni Salt Flat is not only a visual spectacle. It also hides a treasure that sparks global debate today: lithium. This mineral, known as white gold, is essential for the batteries in our phones, computers, and electric cars. And here lies the controversy. Bolivia holds one of the world's largest lithium reserves, and while some see it as an opportunity to transform the country's economy, others fear that exploitation will destroy a unique ecosystem. Think about it. The same place where travelers go to admire breathtaking beauty could one day become an industrial mine. Which weighs more, economic value or the preservation of a natural wonder? The Uyuni Salt Flat is also a reminder of how small we are compared to nature's greatness. When a traveler stands in the middle of that vast whiteness, the feeling is almost spiritual. It's as if the earth speaks to us in silence, showing us its ability to create landscapes that seem taken from another planet. And speaking of other planets, did you know that the Uyuni Salt Flat is so unique that it has been compared to the surface of Mars? Some scientists even conduct tests there for future space projects. Once again, this corner of Bolivia becomes a key point for science, technology, and our understanding of the universe. In everyday life, we can compare the salt flat to something simpler. Think of a perfectly leveled table. Now imagine that table measuring thousands of kilometers, and instead of wood, it's made of shining crystals of salt. That, in essence, is what makes the Uyuni Salt Flat such an impressive phenomenon. And what's most fascinating is that, despite its beauty and scientific importance, there are still people who have never even heard of it. Paradoxical, isn't it? A place capable of reflecting the entire sky, and yet unnoticed by millions of people. Maybe that's the true lesson of the Salt Flat. Sometimes the most extraordinary things are hidden in unexpected places. Not always in the most famous tourist destinations, nor in the most promoted wonders, but in a corner of the world that waits silently to be discovered. Now tell me, if you had the chance to visit the Uyuni Salt Flat, would you prefer it untouched as a natural paradise? Or do you think it should be exploited for the economic benefits promised by lithium? This debate is more alive than ever, and your opinion matters. If this journey through the flattest place on Earth amazed you, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. And of course, suggest new topics you'd like to discover in upcoming videos.